as the date. I forgot in the moment what as the date was, but when she came with that needle, I'm like, oh, okay, y'all tripping. Wow. The glasses is oh my goodness. Yeah, we're gonna take these glasses off because y'all could literally see my location and all that stuff through the glasses, and we don't need all of that. I got enough stalkers. Where's my got to be glue? Okay, anyway, all I'm about to do is just fix this little ponytail. The plan was to like wear it down and all that stuff, like how you would normally see somebody wear this style. Like they will braid it and then have the back out, like whether it's straight or curly. Yeah, it didn't go that way for me. I didn't really like how it was looking, so I just put it in a ponytail, or really a bun. I put it in a bun. So that's what I'm about to do again, is put it in a bun. I really wanted to get something done to my hair, but I don't trust people to be touching in my hair nowadays. People be jealous, envious of you, mess up your hair on purpose and not do it correctly. And I don't got time for that no more in this lifetime. So yeah, I be trying to just do my own hair, as y'all can see. I left my scrunchie in the bathroom. Hold on, I'm back. I got the scrunchie. Sometimes I do not like my hair shape. It's so annoying. But I'm not out of breath. And then I dropped my freaking toothbrush for my edges in the like little sink when I was cleaning my combs and brushes not too long ago. So yeah, this is how the edges is looking as of right now. And anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the bun because we're not leaving this like this. While I'm doing this, I'm gonna actually give y'all a little story time. So this past not yesterday but the day before, I decided to go on a 3-day fast. Like, what day? I think I started it Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, Thursday. And I decided not to be on my phone. Like, I decided to fast from solid foods and being on my phone and like social media and all that stuff, like as far as posting and communicating with people and all that stuff. Now I've done that before, back in like 2021. I did that before, and you know, people was calling my phone, yada yada yada, wishing me. I did it around my birthday and they was wishing me happy birthday. I wasn't responding until I finished my little fast or whatever. So this time people was calling my phone non-stop. It had only been like a day, like literally, no, like a day or two. It only had been like 2 days. It was like a day or two, one around there. And they was calling my phone, my mom specifically. So as time goes on, she kept calling and calling and calling. I was ignoring her calls because I'm like, bro, like I just need some time to myself. Like, this is my time with me and God, and like I need people to respect that, because when she go through her little mental breakdown, to my mom, she's schizophrenic, and she be having her little episodes where, like real episodes where she will literally like black out and go off the radar and all this extra stuff. Me, I was just fasting and I just wanted some time to myself. Like, that's just it. But for some reason she didn't want to respect that, and she felt like she had some type of authority over my life to know where I'm at and what I'm doing and get the answer that she wants within her time manner, rather than just waiting until I reach back out to her. So fast forward, she has her friend Tasha calling my phone too. Then my G-mom, which is my brother's grandmother, not my real grandmother.
Good morning, granddaughter. I need for you to give me a call, please. It is very important. I love you.
Yada, yada, yada. So fast forward to the second day of my fast. It's people pounding on my door. Because my mom, she came to my door the first night. She was knocking on the door. And I didn't answer. And she left a note on my door. Like a little letter that said, call me. So she stuck it through the door. I went out, went to work, came back. The next day, she came knocking on my door again. Now, the note was in the door. The note was on the floor. So that should let you know that I'm okay, I'm alive. If the note was in the door the day that you left in the door, in order for the note to be on the floor, somebody had to open the door. And that person would have been me. So she would have known that she already knew that I was okay and I was alive. Because quote unquote, she said she wanted to make sure I was alive and I was doing well. So yeah, so that alone let me know like she was just trying to be ignorant, because she knew, like, and then on top of that, she knew I was inside my apartment, because the fact that yesterday or the Thursday night she had left because she didn't know whether I was home or not. But the next day when she came and she was banging non-stop until like she was able to actually get in, she knew I was home. That's why she kept doing all of that. And fast forward to like she was calling the police. She had the police knocking on my door. The police come in, and that's what it's on my live stream, but it's on my other channel where the police came in and I'm literally naked. Like I don't have no clothes on. I was just fresh out the shower.
Yeah, it's a cardigan that you wear over a tank top. And I'm fully naked under here. I just got out the shower not too long ago. I'm actually fully naked. If this comes off, I'm naked. I'm naked. And it could because you're grabbing on me.
Well,
and if it's open, there's no rope to tie it. I'm holding it with my hand.
I didn't have no clothes on. And they're like, I'm sitting by my window and they're like, oh, they trying to close the window, trying to make it seem like I'm like about to jump out the window.
Exactly. So we have to try to
And
get you help.
do I look like I'm harmed?
But
Do I look like I'm harmed? Okay, there you go. So you came here to see if I was harmed. Do I look harmed to you? Use your logic, okay? Do I look harmed? Do I look harmed to you? Do I look harmed to you? Do I look harmed to you? No.
I'm just chilling by the window, minding my business, like really waiting for them to come in so I can explain to them like that my mom was a lunatic and that the call that they got was for no reason, that she was just being extra and ignorant because she wanted to know where I was doing. I mean, where I was at, what I was doing, and all this extra stuff. And I, you know, gave her no access to knowing any of that information. And she couldn't handle that.
Tara, this is Tasha. Can you at least call your mom back or Miss Arnita back and let them know that you are okay and you are safe? That we're really getting worried. You're not posting anything. You're not calling anyone. You're not texting your brothers. So we just want to know that you're safe. If you don't want to be bothered, that's fine. We can respect that. But you just need to let us know that you're safe and you're not harmed in anything. And we know that you are alive. That's the only thing we want to know. We love you. Bye.
And when the police come, they're like, oh, can you step away from the window? Yada, 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 yada. And I'm like, no, because this is my house. This is my apartment. My right, I have to get off that. Like that. And I'm like, and if anything, like, what are you guys doing here? Like, I'm like, y'all just barging in trying to give me orders and y'all not even explaining what y'all here for. And they was like, well, we got a call that you were in danger and you were harmed to yourself and all this extra stuff. And I'm like, do I look like I'm harmed? I said my mom is being ignorant and she didn't want to respect the fact that I didn't want to be bothered with her or anyone, and that's why she called you guys. I said I'm 24 years old, about to be 25. I said I don't have like no, I'm not obligated to answer her phone calls. Because they was like, oh, why didn't you just answer your phone when you heard her calling and yada, yada, yada. And I said, I'm not obligated to answer her phone calls. I said, that's just like you as a human being. If you decide that you want to have some time to yourself away from your family and you decide to take a 3-day vacation with no one knowing, you're obligated to do that. And I said, I'm obligated to not answer my phone call. I mean, her phone calls or anybody's phone calls if I don't want to. And that's true. Like, if I'm not in danger, they know I'm not in danger. I'm not obligated to answer no phone calls. So after that, they like, I'm asking them to leave, like the officers. I'm like, okay, so now that you guys see I'm not in danger, I'm not any harm to myself, you guys can leave. They're like, oh no, because we have EMS on the way. And I'm like, EMS here for what? Like, the ambulance. If that makes you feel like
that's what's happening right now. That's what happened.
If you guys thought I was in danger, why is the ambulance not here already?
Because you wasn't opening the door.
And they was like, no, EMS is on the way. And I said, well, what are they on the way for? They said to check up on you and make sure that you're okay and all this other stuff. And I said, that's unnecessary because you can see as clear as day, I'm okay, you guys can leave. They didn't want to leave. So I grabbed my phone and that's when I started recording. So while I'm recording, like I said, I don't have any clothes on. It's 3 male officers in my apartment. I'm literally naked. My robe could like easily bust open. Like, it wasn't even a robe, it was a cardigan. Like, it's literally a cardigan. And he's like, oh, you're covered, you have a robe on. Like, excuse me, if that was your daughter, would you be okay with your daughter being in a quote-unquote robe in front of 3 males that the robe could easily bust open? Or would you be telling them like, yo, like, let my daughter put some clothes on before you guys come up in here? Because 9 times out of 10, that's what would occur. They'll be like, yo, like, hold on, let my daughter put some clothes on, because like, I understand y'all got a job to do, but she don't got no clothes on. But of course, people would never care unless it's them in the situation. So after that, I tried to go to my bathroom and get my bra, to put my bra on. And when I tried to do that, that's when they started putting me in handcuffs, like, oh, you're trying to leave, you're trying to leave. And I'm like, I was trying to go to my bathroom and put my clothes on. So from there on out, they put me in handcuffs. And I'm like literally trying to like stop it, because one of them is squeezing my wrist like really hard. And anybody that been arrested before, they know that some officers, they're gentle, but majority of the time they're not gentle. Like, they be trying to squeeze, break your dang wrist dang near. And that's what it felt like, because I'm like, and then I was like holding the handcuffs, because they had already put the handcuffs on me. But the guy, he was like, tighten it. And I'm like, tighten it for what? Like, hold on, let me see. So this is the handcuff. And I had my hand like this, like in between it, like this. And it was like, tighten it. And I was like, why? I said, tighten it for what? I said, it's good. And they like, mind you, it was like, it wasn't this much space though. It was like probably like right here. And they was saying like, tighten it. And I had my fingers like right here. And they was like, tighten it. And I was like, and then they was telling me, they was like, you need to move your hand. I said, I'm not moving my hand because it's tight enough. And that's when the whole hassle was going on. And they was like, oh, you're being like arrested and all this extra stuff, and we're gonna take you to the hospital. And I was just like, I don't need to go to the hospital. Mind you, all of this wasn't because I committed a crime. It wasn't nothing that I did. It was all because someone put a false report, and that person was my mom, that I was in danger or that I was lost or something. I don't know what she told them to get them to come banging on my door, because mind you, I'm 24 years old. That's something you would do if a person is like a minor. So that's why I was like kind of taken back, like, are you guys serious? Like, y'all doing all of this, and I'm 24 years old, about to be 25. So you mean to tell me I have no privacy or no authority to have some privacy to myself? So after that, they like the EMS come in, and the lady, she's like, oh, let's get you a shirt, let's put you on a shirt. I'm telling her, I'm like, my bra is in the bathroom. I'm like, can you get my bra? Like, can I put my bra on? She's like, no, we're gonna just put you on a shirt and we're gonna take you downstairs, we're gonna put you on some pants. They didn't give me no underwear, no bra. They didn't allow me to do none of that. So they literally put on this shirt. My boobs is literally popping out because they didn't even put the shirt on all the way. The shirt was like halfway, like where you just put it over someone's head and then you pull it down. They didn't put my arms in it because I had handcuffs on. So my boob like is like literally slipping out at the bottom every like now and then. So I'm like literally having to hold it down. And they take me to the EMS truck. And I'm telling them, I'm like, okay, so I'm telling the officer, because he's still like literally holding on to my wrist, he holding on to my back and all this extra stuff. I'm like, when are you gonna let go? And even when I'm sitting in the EMS truck, he's still like holding me. And I'm like, why are you still holding me? Like, are you good? Like, are you okay? Like, and he's like, oh, I have to hold you, like, so you don't do anything. And I'm just like, bro, like, you can go. Like, what are you still here for? So next thing you know, they're like, oh, we're about to they gotta do a checkup on you and all this extra stuff. So I'm like, okay, they can do that. They don't have to take me to the hospital. They can simply do that while I'm here sitting in the EMS truck. They're like, no, they can't do that here. They gotta take you all the way to the hospital and do that. And I'm like, take me to the hospital for what? Because I'm not about to get charged a hospital bill because somebody else decided to call a false report about my safety and my well-being, all because they wasn't getting the answers that they wanted. Like, I don't understand. Like, it was really baffling me, like, how many people was going along with what was occurring too. Because I'm like, y'all literally never as human beings like went on like a 3-day vacation, didn't tell anybody, or like even a 1-day vacation and didn't tell nobody. Like, that's what y'all telling me? Like, y'all never done that before? Like, okay. So we get to the hospital. They didn't let me leave the hospital. My mom is over there talking to some nurse and telling her like a whole bunch of stuff like that occurred years ago. Like, just a whole bunch of BS pretty much. Like the lady asking her questions and my mom is like literally just like laughing and smiling about everything. And I'm just like, you really getting a kick out of this? Like, prime example, the lady is freaking mental. Like, literally mentally ill. Like, and I'm not even just saying that like, oh, my mom is mentally, like, no, she's literally diagnosed with schizophrenic and bipolarness. Like, literally those two is in her system, documented. So I'm like, you really getting a kick out of this? Like, and I'm just like, I literally see why my brother like left. Like, I'm talking about my second oldest brother. I'm like, because he was up here staying with us in Jersey, but then out of nowhere he just randomly left. Like, he just got his stuff, his family came, his dad, his G-Ma, and came and got him. And ever since then, he been saying, like, he never want to come back up here to Jersey. And I always been wondering, like, why do he not want to come up here to Jersey? Like, what occurred for him not to want to come back up here? And after all of that, I'm like, yo, like, now I see why my brother, like, said that he don't want to come back up here. And, like, or I see why he left. Because, like, you do the utmost and for no reason. Mind you, when I was at the hospital, they was asking me questions. And I was telling them, like, I'm like, bro, like, do not put me in, like, do not, what's the word? When they, don't, I was, like, basically telling them, like, don't do my intake because, like, I'm not getting charged for no hospital bill on behalf of somebody else. Like, that's stupid. Like, I didn't walk in here freely on my own, so I don't like do my intake and all this other stuff. So the lady like, okay, like, all right, you don't want me to check your vials, like, all right, cool. So I'm expecting them to let me go. They end up pushing me to this back area to a patient bed, and they not letting me go. Like, I stood up and they like, you can't leave. Like, you can't leave. Like, they all, like, the security guard, other nurses coming around, blocking me from leaving. And then fast forward to, I get sedated because I wanted to leave and they weren't allowing me to leave. And their excuse was, oh, you didn't want to answer the doctor's questions. When it's a recording of me answering the doctor's questions, he asked me, what's my name? He already knew my name. My name was on the freaking, whatchamacallit, on the wristband. So I pointed out, I'm like, my name is on the wristband. Then he's like, okay, well, what's the issue? Like, what are you in here for? Like, and all this extra stuff. And I put it on recording. It's a voice recording where I explained everything to him. They like, oh, you didn't answer the doctor's questions, so that's what the whole issue is. And I'm like, I did answer. I said, we sat and had a whole conversation. I told the story over and over like 20 times to everybody that was standing there. Like, I was on a freaking 3-day fast. I didn't answer my phone calls or my text messages because I wanted a peace of mind and I wanted to be away from everyone, because I'm always being the person that's answering the phone, answering people texts, dropping everything that I have to do to go check on them, to go do something for them, and don't nobody do that for me. So, but apparently nobody could understand that. Like, nobody could understand that. Maybe because nobody in this world is like me. I'm a rare breed. Maybe that's why. But all I know is after that, I get sedated. So like, because I was trying to leave. I'm like, bro, like, there's no reason for me to be here. And they're like, no, you need to sit back down, or we're gonna sedate you. And I'm like, whoa, like, hold the heck on. Like, I'm like, bro, like, I don't know what a sedate. I forgot in the moment what a sedate was, but when she came with that needle, I'm like, oh, okay. Y'all tripping. All right, I answered the stupid questions. Like, even though I already answered the questions, I'll answer it again. So they like, oh no, it's too late for that. It's too late for that. Hold her down, pin her down. So they started to grabbing me, and I'm like watching her like with this freaking pointy needle, aiming towards my leg, like it was a freaking like it was kids playing tug of war trying to get a treat. Like, if you pull hard, like, I don't know, like, it was so weird. Like, she literally aiming, like, no, forget that, not tug of war. Like, when you playing pop the balloon and you throwing the darts, like, that's pretty much like she was in that junk, like she was focused. And I'm just like, what the heck? And she's like, yeah, you're gonna go to sleep. And I'm just like, bro, like, y'all are freaking weird. Like, these are the people that have certificates to, like, are human, like, to take care of us and make sure that we're okay. These are the people that we have given the authority to, all because I didn't want to be in a hospital for something that I really didn't need to be in the hospital for. Child, like, so after that, she's like, you need to like, just relax, because you're gonna go to sleep. Like, you're gonna go to sleep. So fast forward, I did end up going to sleep, and I wasn't even fully asleep, because it's like I felt them taking my clothes off, and it's so scary. Like, I felt them taking my clothes off. I felt them putting the hospital gowns on. The lady, I heard her compliment my toenail, because I have like silver fingernail polish on my toes, and she was like, ooh, pretty. Like, I heard her say all that. So it was like I wasn't really fully sleep. Like, I heard everything that was going on, and I'm just like, yo, this is like really weird. So fast forward, I had to stay in the hospital. This happened like around 11 when they first came to my house. I didn't leave the hospital till like 9 o'clock, and they put me in a cardiac, what's it called? Hold on, let me go get the baby. Let's see. They put me in cardiac monitoring. So I think that's what it was called, where they put you in a room like for pretty much a crazy person, and they watch you to see how you react and all this extra stuff. They put me in one of those rooms, and I was like, bro, like, before I even went there, the lady was like, she was like, just when you go there, just cooperate, don't give them no back and forth, no problems, just answer the questions accordingly, and they'll let you go. Now imagine if I didn't answer the questions like properly, and I wouldn't even be sitting here making this video. Like, I would probably still be in there, locked in there like this. Like, and that's scary to even think of. All because somebody in my family decided to be petty. All because I wasn't answering their phone calls. And they couldn't handle that. They couldn't handle not knowing what Torah was doing, what Torah was up to. Because everybody has to know what Torah is doing, because everybody doesn't have nothing going on with their lives to focus on, that they gotta focus on Torah, that they gotta know what Torah is doing every 24, 25, 8 of the day. Like, that's freaking sad. So yeah, I'm sitting in there. Luckily I answered the questions, and the lady was saying, she was like, your mom said that like you were in custody of the state before. And I'm just like, yeah, because of her. Like, what the heck? Like, prime example. Like, and I've been taken away from my mom not once, 3 times. And now y'all see why. Like, I'm not even trying to say my mom is an unfit mom, but from the things that I've seen since I've been growing up, sis is not okay. She's not right in the head. Like, I don't know if she be meaning well and things just don't go out or turn out the way that she expected to, but yeah, I don't know. Something just wasn't clicking. Something just wasn't clicking at all. So yeah. So I told the lady, I'm like, yeah, there was a time, and she was like, I was like, yeah, there was a time where I got taken away from my mom. And she was like, do you remember why? What was the reason? And I said, the first time, no. Apparently it had to do with some guy that was in her place at the time. Some guy she was dealing with, I believe. He had did something. I said the second time, which was up here when I was in Jersey, we was both staying in a shelter, and she like had got upset because the people in the shelter was kicking us out for some reason, and she just got her stuff, got her clothes and shoes, and just said that she was out. Like, she just left, and I was just there by myself. And because I was like 17, they called DYFS, and ever since then I was in the system all over again. And then she came back and she was like, well, I have another question, because she left her out, and she was like, okay, that's it. And then she came back and she was like, okay, I got another question. She was like, your mom said that you had took medication before, back in like 2020 or 2021 for something. And I was like, that was because I got diagnosed with something, health-wise, like I had an STD. And she was like, I was like, that wasn't like nothing for, like a mental disorder. She was like, yeah, I saw that in the charts. Like, I ran all of like I went through all of your health records, and I saw that, you know, nothing, pertaining to like you having to take medication other than for antibiotics. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, okay, that's fine. So after that, she like leaves and she comes back. I'm like just waiting. Mind you, to make this time go by fast, I literally just kept going to sleep. Like I just kept laying down. I didn't want to just be sitting there like the whole time. Like they offered me food. Like I didn't want them to think like I was comfortable. Like I was not. I wanted to get up out of there. I just kept going to sleep. I kept laying down, going to sleep, or trying to go to sleep, and until it was time for me to leave. And by the time, like I said, it was time for me to be let go, it was 9 o'clock at night where they finally let me go. And she brought me these papers, my discharge papers with everything on it. She brought me this for Uber, for when you leave the hospital if you needed a ride. And then she got me this, pretty much a early intervention support service. And then I got all my items, because all of my items was in security. All of my items was in security. So they brought my items back. I had ripped it up because I didn't think I needed it anymore. But they had all of my items in security. That's everything that I had with me. And then my clothing items that they had took off of me. Like, it was crazy. And then I recently talked to my mom yesterday because she had her boyfriend call me and I didn't answer his phone call because I don't feel the need to talk to him or have any reason to talk to him. So I didn't answer his phone call, and I had called her, and she's like, oh, how are you doing? Are you feeling better? You know, and I'm like, and I called her what she was. I said, are you feeling better, devil? I said, do you feel accomplished, devil? Like, because what Christian woman would do that? Because when we was in the hospital, she was like, oh, you call yourself a Christian, but look at what we all had to do just to get in touch with you and all this extra stuff. So I was like, you call yourself a Christian, but look what you just did. Like, I have cuts and bruises all over. Like, the next day I literally couldn't walk because when that lady stuck me in my freaking leg, like, I literally couldn't walk. I literally could not walk at all. Like, it felt weird for me to walk. And I have bruises like all over my hands from those handcuffs that I'm gonna insert the pictures. Like, it's crazy. Or matter of fact, I could show y'all now, because the bruises didn't go away. I don't know if y'all be able to see it on here, but this is where they was sticking me with the needles to draw my blood, and she couldn't find my vein. And then I have a blood clot right here from when she was drawing my blood and she couldn't find my veins because I got small veins. So now I have a blood clot right here. I have this right here from the handcuffs. All this right here. This is from the handcuffs. This bruise, this cut. Then you come on this side. This bruise, this bruise, this bruise. These cuts all from the handcuffs. And then this is from when the lady tried to stick me with the needle to draw my blood and she couldn't do it. So now all of this, as you can see, is like purplish. And it's like a little hump, a little lump right here from the handcuffs. But I'm gonna still like insert the little pictures just in case y'all can't see. But yeah, even when I press like right here, like this, it hurts. I do the same on this side, it definitely hurts, especially right here. When I just press right here, it hurts a lot. And then, yeah, all because Tor wanted a break. God No, not even God forbid. That's why I can't wait till I become a celebrity. So in moments where I want to, like, people who have access to me now so easily just won't have that access to me at all when I hit that moment. Cause I wish somebody would come to my mansion trying to bust down the doors and succeed at busting down the doors. All because I'm not answering my phone. Child, please. Child, please. But yeah, I'm not sure if there's like a way that you could file a lawsuit against somebody for, like, because mind you, they broke into my door. My door is broken. Like, it still closes, but like you can easily like get in the door. Like, I feel like, I don't know, but I feel like there like has to be some way somehow where I could file a lawsuit for like breaking and entering or like false accusations or false report of child endangerment or adult endangerment, whatever you call it, being reported, because I was not endangered. There was nothing wrong with me, and someone filed a police report about me being in danger when I technically was never in danger at all. The endangerment happened when people came on the scene and was bothering me, because before that none of this was here. But I'm probably gonna wipe all of this off. I don't even wear makeup like that. But yeah, this is the final look. Boom.